Hi, everyone. Dale Pinkert at TradeGATEHub with Mike Venezia. Mike, God, I had a brutal commute to the office today.
Oh, did you? Did you take the one of those Vespas? I don't even know what they call these things. There's so many moving vehicles. I don't even know what they're called.
Oh my God, I forgot forgot to take my robe off.
Your robe
Oh
is
my
on?
God, I drove to the office in
Oh,
my
I didn't
robe,
see it. Oh
man.
yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Anyway,
Can I digress and say something?
good
No, let
for
me seriously. I said this morning that I was a wreck. The same thing. But I says I gotta freshen up and be a professional. I'm serious. So
Yeah.
like at 9 o'clock, I regrouped, and I said enough is enough. I wore all black. You know what I mean?
Well, you're like Johnny Cash of the markets,
I appreciate that. I'll take that
the
as a
man in
compliment.
black.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. You really are in the black, Mike, because we've been bullish at the market for about a week and a half. So you're in the black, you're not in the red. So black's a good color. Anyway, I just want to talk about that we did have this breakout that I brought up yesterday on my video over 3,800. Okay. We've gotten cooperation with the dollar. Dollar's weaker. Even the yen is selling off, and I don't think it was intervention. That
Coach, I think it's
helps.
more the bond related than to the dollar,
Well,
don't you?
that's it. They're both the same.
Well,
So
I appreciate that, but
yeah,
I
look
guess
at
I'm
that,
looking at the
down
TLT, right? Yeah, yeah.
15 bips on the 10-year. And you actually have what is a pretty rare technical formation on the daily. It's called an island. They don't happen a
Helene
lot
likes those
because
terms. Yeah,
island bottom. Okay, that's where you gap down and then you gap up and then you trap people here.
yeah.
Okay,
And it
so
feels like
yeah,
that now because it feels You know what it feels like now? I'm a little emotional.
yeah. Well, a lot of people have been. The title of the video is "Fear of Lower Earnings Will Leave Most in the Dust."
That's
While
correct.
we have this rally going on, this breakout measures, up to here we've talked 4,100 to 300 pip formation. So now if you're long, you can move it up. See, that's how you manage risk.
Right, right.
When
But
we were buying it here, we had to stop here. Then when Friday was really one of the best entries I've had in a while, and I posted it
yes,
in
he
the
did.
main chat right here. And when I say buy something at a certain price, Mike, I'm sure you're this way too, and you're trying to finesse entries, you don't have the same level of conviction where you're not price sensitive and you say just buy them,
That's what you did. Evidence on
just
last
buy
Thursday's
them
video, which
anywhere.
I'll get into.
Yeah, buy them anywhere. So nice move. I'm sure that there's still people that are selling rallies, and I think that uh, if you want to be contrarian, there have been quite a few people lately saying we're due for a relief rally, right?
Right.
So it's really not that contrarian
I
to have
don't
been
think the
long for
people,
this.
but I think analysts have been calling for that. As we go to TGH here and go to our indicators, which have been consistent for now over a year and a half, by the way, and it's not a proprietary issue. It's something I share. It's hedge funds are the most short they have been in some time. Goldman, as we showed, as everybody can go back,
Under invested.
is better positioned. So, right now as we sit today with Coca-Cola had earnings, stocks like
Go
UPS had
ahead, take
earnings.
the screen. Take
Yeah,
the
I guess I
screen.
will.
So I was thinking, Mike, since it's not contrarian to have been looking for this bounce, which people are calling a relief rally, the contrarian view on that sentiment is it's more than a relief rally. And it's every rally starts off as a relief rally and
That's correct.
short covering. But I think the contrarian thing is it's going to be more than 3,900 to 4,100. There'll be stops along the way. But I actually think that there's a chance we squeeze it all the way up to the August highs, which were more like 4,300.
I'm not going to lie, Coach. Your predictions keeping me in a lot of these trades that I've been down in, except Rite Aid, which I sold like a putz. Oh, what a
Okay,
bad
so
day.
anyway, you could tell, I'm not that detached. one of the better trades. And it's the one I had the most conviction about. Like gold right now and silver, they're not responding to a weak dollar, which
Right.
makes me, long term I love them, but there could be one more washout that I would back up the truck in silver back under 17. But I'm not going to do. I'll just hold my miners. I don't think they'll make new lows. But what have you been cashing in on in the last, say, since Friday? What a run! 200 handle run.
Coach, listen, I am trading, I'm making winners. I'm breaking a rule. I'm taking off winners to make up, I'm making up, it's a punishment. I'm taking off winners that I need to take profits on to make up for poor trades that I'm not alone and it doesn't make it right, that I'm still underwater on. And I I don't even, and I am taking losses on some things, even if I don't want to. And even if I just want to regroup and reshuffle, and, the volatility is certainly there. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's turning things, it's been a hot potato market. But as we sit today, as I said, Goldman's, I'll even go back to TGH here and listen, this is where I go.
Hey, Mike, let me ask you if the groups, it's been my contention that Fang and MAGA aren't going to be the leadership on this rally, that there are going to be other sectors that will be exploited and accumulated, that the character will be different on this rally. Are you noticing that?
I'm
Or
in
are
them.
they going back to large cap
No, they're
growth?
not. No, they're trying to find new, fresh money because there's so much overhead supply in a square, short term, long term, and medium
Yeah,
term. Yes, I understand PayPal's having a good day. They had something with Venmo, I think, but listen, the moves are bigger than you think. These are,
yeah,
79 to 83. But I
in a few
understand it could go
days.
to the 200-day by all means. It's probably
Yeah,
I wouldn't short it here, but to answer your question, there are new leaders.
yeah.
This AEHR, which I've been pounding the table on. I'm not alone. Another one is CALX. CALX. There are new stocks that are catching people's attention and have reason. And another one,
Wow.
the wolf. Remember, I told you how I love the
Yeah,
symbol wolf just
yeah.
because it's a cool symbol. This
Full
is
flag.
another stock here that's become one. So you know what? I understand that everybody wants to catch the short squeeze and zoom, which by the way is looking very good, Lewis. I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
Those ones that lost 70, 80%, if those are 200-day moving averages that you have up on them prior,
Yeah, they are.
we could get there.
Yeah, like a
We
fast
could go
swing.
840 on that.
They're a dime a dozen, like a Twilo, Roblox. Hold on a second. Roblox, which I'm in and everybody knows. No, Twilo was,
Yeah,
420 a year ago, literally.
yeah.
74. Roblox is the position I'm in. Everybody knows I
That
should be
looks
in it.
good.
So
That's
should
going to
you.
take out the 200.
The Chinese stocks are acting well.
Well,
Are acting well after
maybe
yesterday.
that was it on G's. Um, they killed everything because, G is going to be president for
Well,
till the end of the world.
they got emotional. I mean, yesterday, good stock. And by the way, a stock like LI, you have to think a little bit about outside the box. I know it's Chinese, but it's automotive. General Motors had earnings, and I'll get
You,
back to that in a second. So
the Chinese stocks, Mike, and I'm not afraid of trading any.
I love them. I
Okay.
had them. I'll show you.
But I did hear an argument that kind of made sense to me. I forgot who she was on CNBC. She said, when it comes to corporate governance and being committed to a stock, I really don't want to be in something where the CEO can be arrested for making money.
There was a poll on
Jack
that.
Ma, huh?
No, there was a poll on that this year about if should everybody in Congress be allowed to trade stocks.
Okay.
And I said if they're winners, they should go into some sort of tax break or for whatever program. But if they're losers, they should take it personally. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
digress. Well, there is some
Anyway,
losers,
China, basically it's a no touch, and it
but
looks like, everyone's saying that G wants to make it even more of a no touch, but you know what? It's going to take time, even if they're, you know, pulling back and going inward again.
Coach,
Uh, they're
I
part of the
agree.
global system, huh?
One of the things that we've gone back to is and this room specifically does trade China stocks. And I think we've all learned together, and I hope I've led by example to a degree, that, they're not overnight trades. The great thing about China stocks, and everybody trades them because they trade as a group. So, I mean, if everybody's going to go all in, I suggest if you want to trade group stocks, trade oils, which I covered Schlumberger, by the way, go all in with those, but they're great movers. I mean, what is it? Billy. I had Billy overnight. I'm not going to lie. Stock closed at 917 right here. 920. I sold it at almost $10. So,
Nice.
I was stuck in it from a couple of days ago, but the low yesterday was 823 to 1024. A stock like LI Long Island, which is really
25% move in
Long Island, LI Automotive goes from 1255 to 16 on literally, 40 million. I'm in it. Another one that's even the SE yesterday, which got taken down, a great example, because it's not even China. It's people really think it is. It's not. SC yesterday, we bought it on the low, and I had to 42 to to 50. It's an $8 move in a stock that trade 12, 16 million. So you know what? For the active trader, it's good. For the people who want to take a position, the only recommendation we've ever made, and if somebody likes to beg to differ, they can, but they can't, because it's happens, is buy the buy the K-Web. You want to buy a lotto, buy some that, buy the Chinese ETF, C-Web, K-Web, or whatever. Inversely, if BABA goes down, by the way, BABA is the only one down, by the way, BABA.
Poor Jack Ma.
Yeah, it's almost near yesterday's low. It can't, by the way, it's negative today. So you try to pick, and by the way, that tells you that the best of breed is negative, and the other ones, the other little ancillary ones are still, down because they got freight or emotional, or they're up because of the short squeeze. JD is up like 60 cents, and Bob is negative, so that says something there. That's why
the only positive thing I'd watch for this on BABA, because I'm noticing it here. We had the gap down. We're down again today. But if it fills that gap, instead of it being a breakaway gap, it's going to end up being labeled an exhaustion gap, which implies the move to the downside is exhausted. So we start getting back over 70 and filling that gap, then you could, probe it and be wrong under the low. But
and I would take that trade.
if it's a breakaway gap, it's going a lot lower. So it better fill that gap pretty soon. It's either a breakaway gap or an exhaustion gap.
Roblox breaking higher for the day. I sold some here. I'm not going to lie. I had it.
How about bios, buddy?
Bios in them. Listen, the stocks, the XPI. You know what I mean? Yesterday they didn't want to touch it, but it's something. They go as a group. You can't micromanage it because you're going to go nuts. But I digress. Is the stocks that I am down on, these low floaters, are two biotechs. So I am a bio guy to a degree, but I guess that doesn't do much.
Anything on cyber?
No, but I don't have the NLOK. I have a little bit of. It's not a barn burner.
Let's see your oil cover and why.
I shorted a little Schlumberger, SLB.
Wow.
And first of all, Halliburton, I believe, had earnings.
You said you took profits on one of them.
Well, Halliburton had the dip. It was weak, and then it ran because of the market here.
Yeah.
And Halliburton ran to 36, and now it's below 35. Listen, the trade's over. It sits. It's probably more bullish than bearish, but I shorted Schlumberger. I know it's a crowded short, but it really is. It was
still short. I mean, we're at new high ground. I mean,
but I covered it. You know what I mean? I shorted a bunch of it. I shorted like 8,000 shares. Those little reds? I was going ping, 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 ping. So I shorted it here, just like the Halliburton move. And Halliburton was the short. It actually went down a lot more than Schlumberger. It's actually close to even break even, but Schlumberger is, you know what I mean? It's like
this action we're seeing since the 51.75 low is bearish.
No, listen. I'm early.
I think you got it. You might have.
I'm early, but it's not one of the trades that I'm always gonna have my eye on here. It's just it's a trade. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But that's what I have my eye on. It is negative. It has the TIM relative weakness, which I know we would agree with. Stocks like Snap. You could, everybody ran out of Snap at 750. I did too. 750 to 9. I would do them. It's 20%, coach, right?
Yeah.
Roblox still our winner. Love Roblox.
You know, some
Roblox
people with what's happening in TLT, Mike,
right here.
would the home builders be a nice contrarian trade here?
Yes.
As bearish as everyone is on real estate because of what the Fed's doing.
Pulte had earnings today. It's at the all important 50-day for at least
That looks
intermediate
okay.
trading. Yes,
That
it
looks
does.
good.
Let's
Yeah.
go to Toll, which I actually believe I like. So they're coming off
They
nice.
all look pretty good. You know, they've actually outperformed the S&P. I saw a chart on it. That
There's
looks
the
very good.
KBH. That's the
Yeah.
KBH is the one. As a matter of fact, I think Dave Tepper owns a lot of KBH. Matter of
Okay.
fact, I'm almost positive.
Okay.
AT&T stocks like this that made big moves, that are holding the moves. That's not short covering. No, they're holding the moves. So you had stocks like General Motors had earnings today that was up a couple of dollars. Coca-Cola had earnings today. So maybe
Today's a big day.
hold on, maybe
Coca-Cola.
when you said go America, maybe it's not just America versus China. Maybe General Motors is saying F you to inflation. Maybe Coca-Cola is saying F you to inflation. You know, maybe the equities are starting to take the lead to a degree, and I am being dramatic because we know one day could change with inflation. But you know what? Everything's starting to settle down. I think the emotional part's out of it. And it's evidence in how a lot of the stocks are, even the earning stocks are acting and how the market is acting.
Till the Fed next week.
Well, but you know what? That's why I posted today, in TradeGATEHub. And again, I didn't split the atom. And thanks for the post, Gerard, wherever it might be, is this. And it was a point. I thought it was a very poignant point. Clean plan, everyone. No Fed speak. Some earnings to test some levels, but levels are the key today, and we're playing off those levels. And it's a nice up market today. You know what I mean? Here's a
breakout day.
yeah.
I also take a look at. I was looking at the Russell, the IWM, and it has an ascending triangle, which is a reversal formation, and they are, they're pretty undervalued. They've discounted a recession. When you say the Russell probably down the most.
I've learned that recently, and by
So,
your
maybe if this turns into a little bit of a frothy rally, we get a breakout in the IWM. It's right there. Both NASDAQ and Russell, S&P led with its breakout. I believe that IWM will do so as well. Could go to 190 if you pull up IWM.
190. Well, Coach, I love your price targets. If you sat next to me when I was younger, I'd be on the cover of Forbes once every couple of months. Believe me.
Then I would.
No, I don't know about that. Although a couple of people, well, there's one person that's headed that way, and it's his name's Tim Fury. What was I going to point out? Okay, earnings tonight.
He doesn't want to be on the cover.
I don't know.
He doesn't want the fame. He doesn't care.
Okay, let's like Dan.
He's secure. He doesn't need attention.
That's true.
Right?
That's actually true. Just remember,
you
Google,
and me
Microsoft
are insecure. We need attention. That's why we like to.
No, but I'm insecure. I'm not. Just remember that Google, Microsoft, and tonight, okay, and they're combined for 20% of the Qs and 10% of the S&Ps. All right.
Big night.
So yet again, this could be a market as we look at the IWM, but if we look at the Qs, could this be up as we short term, a slightly little overbought, go to the 50-day, and take some profits like how Google and Microsoft today. Obviously, you want the market the numbers to be bad and them to reverse and regroup and refoot and then go back. But Google and Microsoft and a couple of other that we'll post the earnings later are going to either, I guess you would say, solidify or have reasons for the move.
Well, we closed back under 3,800 in the S&Ps. And I can be just as bearish as I am bullish right now. So now I have a new line in the sand. Before it was 36,
right,
and now it's 38. And as long as we're above 38, it could do whatever it wants. It could trade to new all-time highs by next spring. No one's talking about new all-time highs, are they, Mike? Anymore.
Yeah, one person, David Hunter is.
David will be with us on Nov 29th.
And we
They
like to
will
hear
be
what he has
back.
to say. You
Huh?
know what? Even the Wall Streeters seem to be back. The Wall Street Bets crew, coach. You know, see these little things? A
Yeah.
car, work,
Yeah. Yeah.
BBBY, GameStop. I had the Rite Aid. I had a ton of Rite Aid. I don't know why I sold it. So that's to me, that's bullish. I mean, they usually come in at the end, but if
Yeah.
they have a little money to speculate, that means the market's. I like when the market speculates. When the speculation, you know, the
Yeah.
smart guys usually wind up winning in the end. I'm still
Yeah.
waiting for that to happen. But we still have Google and Microsoft tonight, and you know, there's a lot of good movement. You know, the VIX, the TLT is showing some base. The VIX is back under 30. The
Yeah.
crude stocks are cooling off, which is positive. You know, even the fact that something like MU being down a little bit is a positive. You know what I mean? Let it rest. Coin was looking Mara huge move. There's a Mara move. I don't know why I'm not in it, and I wouldn't have shorted the other day, right over here with a move curling up volume.
Yeah.
Now a big move. A coin, I didn't have the guts to do it, but now it's over every moving average except the 200 day. Now I got an eye on it, but you know what? That's where my experience says I kind of want to stay away from it. There's better to trade. If I was a rookie again, I'd just be trading on price action range and volume,
Yeah.
and that was very good to me, and I'd
Well,
be in
that's
it.
a pretty
Probably going to
good
work.
signal. You know, a lot of people are very bearish Bitcoin, and when I look at that chart right now, and the bears haven't been able to break Bitcoin either, that Bitcoin is probably a buy if coin is good from here.
I wanted to buy it, and I don't know why I didn't buy Mara yesterday. I really did. It's gonna, you know what? That's gonna
What
bother me.
is Mara?
Well, Mara is like a Bitcoin miner, if you will.
Oh,
Mara
okay.
Riot
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
SI, which got destroyed last week, was one of the best of breed. Still can't bounce. But these are the three. I don't know if I'm showing my chart.
Yeah,
These
you
are
are.
these are the three I follow here. You know,
All right.
Coin, Mara, Riot. There are other stocks that go to like an overstock goes, or look at Rite Aid. Stocks like that. But all you should be worrying about Rite Aid is what.
Okay. Anything you want to wrap with?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't want anything. Yeah, this is what I want to wrap with. I said no, like I want to. I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to wrap
You
with
don't want to
finishing
wrap.
up what page it. What are the wise guys doing? What I don't like is a lot of guys are buying calls into numbers going today. And I don't think it's a hedge. I just think they're trying to speculate at the end. So sweepers fairly broad, not too much rack our brains about, although any weakness of earnings will likely find buyers. Like I said, I want to buy micro. I hope they get hurt tonight. The Fed is done at play for now because there's no Fed speak until next week. So at least, you know, you can dip your toe in. If you want, at least you can go up to your waist now. You know what I mean, in the water. Yesterday's call activity was mostly earnings. Tesla bullish. Beta. That's the Bitcoin trust. So
Okay.
that's having a
So
move up.
pay attention to crypto now, guys.
No, I agree.
There are a lot of bears, you know, talking
Snap.
for a while. They've been talking 14 grand in Bitcoin. I think we go to 24 first, at least, maybe 27.
See, this is what I
So
don't like.
there's
The
a
buying.
trade.
No, coach, I'm in. I'm listening. I'm not minimizing your call. I'm in it. I'm late,
No,
but
I know.
I don't. It's
I'm
not
just
where it's
saying
been.
that,
It's
you
not
know,
where it's been. It's where it's going. But
but you know,
I'm
the
late.
S&P chart, there isn't a better chart out there. The S&Ps look, the bonds are, yeah, they could rally, but they're coming off an extreme break. The dollar is pulling back, but it's coming off an extreme rally. And the S&Ps held 36. They tried to break it down for a month. For a month, they tried to close under
For a month.
36.
You're right.
So I know under 36, you know what? We're going to 2,400.
There's the
All
chart
right.
on Goldman. There's the Goldman chart resting
Looks
above the
good.
bull flag above the
Yeah.
200 day.
Higher
Now
low.
bullish.
Higher low. Never
So
took
we
out
have,
its June low.
and you have a lot of things active, like a lot of
Yeah.
stocks that have been whacking. ON Semiconductor. It's a crowded. Everybody's in.
Yeah.
Good trade. Our AHR going up now. We're still going up.
Make hay
Uh,
while the sun shines, bro.
yeah, Netflix, same thing. After earnings, Netflix was the first one after the banks to say that we're doing okay and not pull back and sell off into good news, into what was perceived to be good news. That
You
was
have
the
a
first.
huge island bottom there. So all that action between April and August, we gapped down. That last chart you were on.
Okay,
Netflix.
Netflix. I'm sorry, I forgot I was
I
on the
was
air.
explaining that we have, see that big gap down? All right. And then we gapped up a couple days ago. So you have people trapped
That's correct.
shorts most likely for about 5 months worth of action, you have a lot of people wrong-footed there, man.
And you know what? And you know what makes I'm not in it anymore. But this is what makes me believe that. First of all, you puts a lot of credence that you're talking about it naturally. Is this? Hold on. Let's go what we posted here. Is this? And I'm telling you,
Who was that guy? Was that your dad?
No, that was Mark Cuban.
Oh,
Unfortunately, didn't have
no,
the
that wasn't
liquidity as
Mark
Mark
Cuban.
Cuban. What's that?
That wasn't Mark Cuban.
Coach, that was Mark Cuban.
No.
Trust me. Even though I'll go back in a second. But it was important. Credit default swaps cooperating.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, the junk bonds never made a new low with the treasuries. It's almost like, okay, is this Mark? That is Mark Cuban, I guess. Okay.
Banked up. Looks Italian.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Looks like a guy used to take bets from me when I was a kid. Sorry, Mark. Roblox, we like it. Red. Yeah. No, you know what?
Mike, you and I have climbed the socioeconomic ladder, haven't we?
Yeah, but
you know,
but only unfortunately, just like trading, it just takes one bad comment to knock me back down.
Mike, it's a blast working with you, man.
Yeah, look at. I'm serious, guy. You know, you get into these Bed Bath and you too, Coach. Bed Bath and Beyond. Normally, some sort of squeeze like this or speculative play.
Wow.
You know, from 440 to 5, they at least that stock hasn't pulled back. I'm not saying I'm playing it. But you look at this GME, here we go on GameStop.
Yeah, they have all the shorts by, I'll tell you what, you know what's going to happen on the short squeeze? They're going to squeeze them so hard, Mike.
But they're doing it on Reddit.
Their eyeballs will be popping out of their head. And that's my Halloween. I hope I didn't scare everybody. But the shorts are going to have their eyeballs popping out of their head.
Where is I have found my chart, and I don't mean to get sloppy because it's the biggest point I'm going to make. It's this. Where's my hedge fund chart?
That's a nice looking breakout.
There's the card on gold, by the way. My boy Macro Chalks likes gold down here.
He likes gold?
The macros, that's a sharp guy. But he says it could be setting up for capitulation. He'll get back to you later.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It is. I agree.
All right. Hedge fund exposure.
Get my wheelbarrows ready for 1580 gold and 1690 silver. All right. I'm ready.
I'm just bracing everybody that I'm about to get off the air. And you know what happens. Bed Bath Beyond, this thing's AMC. I'm going to buy a little bit more.
Okay.
If I was short, I'd have 20.
But be careful. Right, but highs. Be careful. New highs will be a third drive. So don't look for a ton.
Okay. No.
I see. Help you.
No, it is. No, touche.
Third drive coming.
No, good point, Coach. Seriously, it's a great point. I was getting a little emotional, but it comes back to hedge funds, hedge fund exposure. They're adding to shorts down here. This is a credible situation. This is a credible.
Yeah.
Everybody knows where a lot of people should know where I get it from. I kind of cut off the top, but it's one of the top 5 banks. They're adding to shorts here now. If you have Google and Microsoft that puts a little base in and does the proper dippity do and hangs in there, then it's going to be not fear of missing out. As seasonality ends, we come down. It's going to be fear of underperforming. They're going to get in no matter what. I'm telling you.
Going into year end.
It's fear of underperforming.
And that's when people make their decisions. Am I going to keep this manager? Is he worth 3%?
Yeah, everybody listen. Right.
That's what they're going to say. All right, buddy. Remember, don't just count your winners, count your blessings.
No, I always do, Coach. Let's go to
it's a blessing to work with you, bro.
You too, and a privilege. All right, new highs today. New high list. Everybody be punching it. Right here. Here you are, as of 11:30. Get familiar with it. Delta earning good after. I can't stop talking. I'll stop talking, Coach. Go ahead. Good working with you, too.
If you're not, I'm
if like you're not dropping in talk all day. What?
If you're not dropping in to, get a feel for where we think things are going, you should. So drop by TradeGATEHub.com. Check out our sponsor, TradeView Markets. Download a demo, and you know what? Trade our ideas on a demo for 6 months. And first of all, you'll get acclimated to great spreads at TradeView and being able to trade everything. And you'll get acclimated to my style and Mike's style, and we could work together. So
And it's
just a suggestion.
it is a suggestion. And you know what? I also use the platform. I could use any platform out there. I'm serious. There are a lot of amenities that I get because I work through TradeView, and that's because nothing that is different. There's nothing different except that I just have I have the same access to the same platform that everybody. So I'll help you set it up. Get the TradeView demo. This is a time to be in it. You just take the trade seriously. Don't be like, I'm going to buy what Mike V says. Have a reason for you doing everything, or else you're not going to learn. You might as well refund to give Coach Ryan, some of your money. Okay. So remember,
Yeah.
Google and Microsoft are coming out today. Have a plan. There's a lot going on, and don't get consumed or over consumed by it. The best positions are narrower positions and maybe some bigger size. Things are settling down, so it's might be able to go for it a little bit more. A lot of stocks are acting a lot better.
Okay. Let the bull run, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's a wrap, everyone. Tomorrow I'll see you. Mike will see you. Tune in. Stay tuned. Great trading, Mike. I'll
You
see
too,
you
Coach
tomorrow.
Touche. Thanks for all your input. I'm going to go watch your
Adios.
9:30 video now.